You are live. That's what it says. It pops up like right here in the middle of the screen. It says you are live. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Forest night out in St. Louis. So very quickly, won't keep you long. One of my favorite things, and if you've seen me, is teaching people how to do stuff. I am a very systematic, what I call top to bottom, left to right type kind of person. And one thing that I found out is that when I'm around people and I'm working, they notice they can hand the ball off to me, and I'll usually get the job done because again, I just operate very systematically, top to bottom, left to right, everything I do. Now, if you come into my office right now, you'd look at it and go, "Man, that's a mess." But there really is a top to bottom, left to right going on because it's just the way I think and how I put stuff together in my head and plan stuff and stage stuff for the next step. So one of the things that's, hey, Michael, what's going on, man? Um, One of the things that I've noticed, and I've been working on a couple of things. One is I've got my Instagram channel that I'm working on and I'm updating. That's my primary one, my Forest Night one. And I just started a second Instagram channel that I started completely from scratch at zero. It's got 6 total posts on it so far. I think I'm up to like 8 followers. And what I'm doing with that is I'm taking Chalene Johnson's training and I'm taking it literally step by step and implementing it and going back and listening. And I'm going to fine tune that second channel to a very niche, very niche. And I was just working on it today, and I was thinking, you know what? It's actually more broad than niche now. So I'm thinking like, how do I even more niche it down? And do I want to really super niche it down? So my brain is like, sort of on fire. And I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I will even get more nichey, like just really niche that down. I've only got 6 posts on there, so I can probably even fine tune it a little bit more and get it to very niche. Like, and then I started thinking like, oh my God, I can do all of these, what I call it when I was building Twitter campaigns. I call them vertical Twitter pipes. In other words, the Twitter account was specifically targeted on one thing, and once I set it in motion, it would almost just blow up overnight. And of course, Twitter's turned into this whole other, I don't know what it is now, but it's not what it was in the beginning. And the thing with Instagram, I was looking at this and listening, and the more I think about it, it's actually with Instagram, you can actually narrow it down your niche so fine that you can have a vertical Instagram pipe that the only thing you ever talk about is one thing, one topic, one subject, one area. I mean, it's you can just really narrow it down, and you can target a specific audience that's the only thing you ever talk about, right? So, and I'll give you an example. Like automobiles is a wide category, but you could niche your Instagram channel down. Now you could go automobiles, and say you could go Mercedes, right? But in Mercedes, you could narrow it down into AMG. And then AMG, you could narrow it down to one single vehicle, like G wagons, because there's actually an Instagram channel called G Wagon Porn. That's all they talk about is G Wagons, G Wagons, G Wagons, G Wagons, G Wagons, G Wagons. That's all they talk about. You're not going to find any other Mercedes on there other than G Wagons, G Wagon, G Wagon, G Wagon. And they're very specific. And they've got some sexy freaking G Wagons on there. I mean, if you're a car guy like me, I thought about that. And and you see how easy I remembered that, right? Because it's all they talk about. That's all they talk about. So when you become a subject matter expert in what you do, right? I talk to so many people that I'm coaching, and they say, well, I've got 52 products in my company. So what? Pick one. I'm challenging you this. Pick one product and get so freaking good at falling in love and creating a passion and finding the people, the person, that avatar that product is going to solve the solution for. If you do that, and this is what I'm working on right now, if you do that, I'll bet that your business is going to freaking blow up, because you're going to be the go-to person for that one thing, whatever it is. And I'm not even talking about like weight loss, right? I'm talking about women between the ages of 45 and 50 who want to lose 15 pounds. Be so specific in what you're focusing on that the only people that are going to hear your message are those people. You understand what I'm saying? It's the only people that are going to tune into your channel, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Clubhouse, whatever it is, get so good at talking about that one thing, the if, the how, and the why is going to be answered that quick, right? The if, the how, and the why. If I do this, how will I make it work, and why would I do this? So if I tune into this channel, how is this going to benefit me, and why would I keep following up? Why would I keep tuning in, right? So when you're focusing on that, right? When you're focusing on that channel, what is it going to be for you? What is your product, service, or opportunity going to be? And not just some broad thing, right? What is it? Who is that target person that if you're talking to them, now this is a challenge because it's not easy. You're going to look at something like, I was like, and I started on my second channel, oh, I'll do this. And then just as I'm working on it, literally tonight, I'm going, whoa, and it just got a little bit more narrow. And as I actually started this live, it even narrowed itself down even more. So I fine tune it. Thank God I've only got 6 posts up, because I can fine tune it even in more. I can fine tune it more to the point where my target audience is going to be so specific that that channel is going to be the go-to channel, or one of the go-to channels in that specific area, right? It's going to be the go-to channel in that specific area, which is absolutely awesome, because when you can start to think like that, we can start to think vertical, like this one thing, there's only one thing that's going to fit, and it's going to be the next thing that's under that. Like if you're playing the game Jenga, right? What is Jenga? It's a bunch of blocks that are all the same size, right? You don't put in different size. They're all the same size blocks, one stacked on top of another one that goes straight up and down. Now, some of them are put down. The whole game is you pull ones out in the bottom, try not to fall, but that's not my point. The point is they're all the same, just like dominoes are all the same size. Now, when you put them all together, it's one game. When you're playing dominoes, you're playing dominoes. You're not playing dominoes with spades cards. You're playing dominoes with dominoes. You're focused on one game. It's one mission. You have one desire to bone down and run the house and kick everybody else and win the game. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, if you ever want to play dominoes and get your butt whooped, I'm the guy you need to come to, because I will destroy you. Anyway, yes, that's how confident I am in that. Anyway, so coming back to talking about what I was saying. If, how, and why. If you focused on a single product and you understand how it's going to provide the solution to that end user, to that customer, how it's going to provide the solution to their problem, then why aren't you doing it? I love you, Jesus loves you, or I love you, Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. Vertical, vertical, vertical.